You know, apparently my previous video on retiring in Malaysia, just considering only, has gathered so much reviews, so much comments that it became my #1 most viewed video on my channel. So in this episode, I'm going to do a sequel to it because I'm going to compare the prices of food between Singapore and Malaysia. And you realize that I actually did a trip to Malaysia just to justify the prices. Now for the record, the current exchange rate between Singapore dollars and Malaysian ringgit is 1 Singapore dollars to 3.22 Malaysian ringgit. That's when you realize suddenly no more 1:3. Right now it's at least 1:3.2. Suddenly the Sing dollars have appreciated so much against the Malaysian ringgit, and that makes Malaysia even more attractive on a cost level, right? You would assume so, but what if I tell you the median fresh graduate salary between Singapore and Malaysia is such a huge difference? If we look at the Singapore fresh grad salary done by this study, you realize that Singapore fresh grads actually get a median salary of $3,600 on their first jobs after graduating from college. What about Malaysia then? Then you notice from this study, Malaysian grads actually get 2,500 ringgit per month after graduating from college. Of course, these are just numbers that I found on the internet. I didn't go like street interview and interview what are the fresh grads pay. But if you are a fresh grad recently, then can you comment down below what is your pay for your first job after graduating? Of course, I know all these can range very high because it depends on industry, depends on the sector, depends on what job role you are in. But at least I would say for Singapore side that $3,600 is kind of the range around there for fresh grad, because there are some people who skew over to the higher income side, when then for the other sector is much lower than 3,600. So the median 3,600 is kind of accurate. But how about Malaysian fresh graduates though? Do comment down below. I would really love to hear what is the Malaysian fresh grad salary right now. I think first off, let's start with food, right? Because I think food is very easily recognized between the two countries of the two citizens. Let's start with Ramly Burger. Okay, for those who don't know, Ramly Burger is the iconic food of Malaysia because tourists from all over the world and even Malaysian locals really love Ramly Burger. Ramly is the meat, but the burger itself uses the Ramly brand meat, and that becomes Ramly Burger. So on my recent trip to Malaysia, I did get to try Ramly Burger, and my order was daging special. So daging is meat in Malay, and most likely it is beef meat, and special will be egg. So Ramly Burger daging special means that you have a beef patty with an egg inside of it. And this actually cost me $4.50 ringgit. You may think it's cheap for Singapore, but if you use Malaysian prices and the fresh grad salary, actually it's not that cheap more if we don't convert. $4.50. Then we come back to Singapore. You think Singapore don't have Ramly Burger? Actually we do, but we don't use the Ramly patty because I think it's not approved by the AVA or something. But I did find a store in the shopping mall and it's selling like beef burger for $5, and I think from the picture it comes with the egg. So $5 Singapore versus 450 Malaysian ringgit. I think it is a fair fight if we don't convert the currency. 450 Malaysian ringgit, $5 Singapore, quite comparable. 50 cents, not much difference. Okay, I know what some of you going to say already. 450, if you divide by 3.2, it's only like less than 150. Don't convert, okay? We must use like the fresh grad salary as a benchmark, okay? Okay, the next stop, I went to a Malaysian Chinese coffee shop. So most likely this kind of shops, they sell similarly to what our Singaporean stores are selling. Like miu gui, like chai tao gui, chap cai feng, all this. And I realized that the food prices range between $5.50, that's the smallest portion, to like $7, that's the large portion. And then if you are comparing to Singapore local coffee shops, right, I think the smallest portion will be like $4 now, and then the large portion will be like $6 or $7. So that is quite a big difference, right? Like in Malaysia, you cannot find anything lower than 5 ringgit in local coffee shops. All these are non-air conditioned places, it's already selling more than $5. Whereas in Singapore, you can still find like all these kind of food below $5, even in places like air conditioned food courts. So I think at this price point, Singapore is a bit cheaper if we don't convert. If we don't convert. Do you like to drink coffee like me? Because you will be glad to hear that Moomoo is giving you $2 every day for you to buy your coffee. Brand new users who have subscribed to Moomoo Cash Pass portfolio holding $100 and above will get daily $2 of cash coupon into their Moomoo accounts. Now if you multiply 30 times $2, you get $60 back. That is 60% ROI based on the amount that you invested being $100. And if you don't know what Moomoo Cash Plus is, it is basically a cash management strategy for you to park your your excess cash and get up to 2% annual returns. Well, the good thing about Moomoo Cash Plus is you can withdraw your funds anytime, but at the time that you withdraw, you will forfeit your daily $2 coupon. If you're worried about Moomoo running away with your money, then you will be glad to hear that Moomoo is actually licensed by the Monetary Authority of Singapore, and they are also insured by the US SIPC, which protects up to $500,000 worth of the customer's funds. Anyway, if you do not have a Moomoo brokerage account yet, then remember to sign up using my link, because you can get a chance to spin the stock wheel and try your luck to get one free Amazon shares worth up to 200 Singapore dollars right now. Okay, so we have Malay food in Ramly Burger, we have Chinese food in the coffee shop, the last one will be Indian food, right? So I did visit an Indian food store in Malaysia, they call it Mamak, okay? Mamak is like an Indian Muslim shop in Singapore, but they call it Mamak. And here are the prices of some of the food I ordered. So for Roti Kosong, it costed me $1.40, and then Roti Telur, it costed me $2.40. Now, if you're Singaporean and don't know what is Roti Kosong and Roti Telur, Roti Kosong means like Roti Prata Kosong, okay? Plain Prata. In Singapore, I think it's like $1.30 each. And then for the Roti Prata egg in Singapore is around $2. So I think if you don't convert, Roti Prata prices in Singapore is cheaper than Roti Canai prices in Malaysia. But you know, there was a special food that was ordered and the name is really long, so I have to refer to this. It's called Maggi Goreng tambah telur mata Lembu+Ayam Goreng. That costed $9. For those who don't understand Malay, this means that it's Maggi Goreng, fried Maggi mee, added sunny side up egg. Why it's called mata lembu? I think it's because of a bull's eye, the sunny side up. The egg yolk looks like a bull eye, right? So it's like mata lembu, telur mata lembu. Then ayam goreng, you all know, it's fried chicken. So this costed 9 ringgit. For me, that is expensive. 9 ringgit for just Maggi Goreng plus an egg plus an ayam goreng. That's 9 ringgit. Expensive. I mean, in Singapore, normal Indian Muslim store, you could get like Maggi Goreng with egg and chicken. I think between the range of $6 to $7. Won't be more than $8 one. So in this aspect, I felt that Singapore Indian Muslim food is much cheaper than Malaysian Mamak store. And one more place is I did went to a high-end Sichuan hotpot restaurant in Malaysia. It's called Xiang, for those who know. So we ordered hotpot dishes plus a soup for like 5 people. And the bill came up to around 400 ringgit. If we divide by per pax, that is around 80 ringgit per person. Now, in comparison to Singapore, I did went to Hai Di Lao recently with 2 other friends. So 3 of us actually ordered to around 99 Singapore dollars. And if we divide that by 3, that is $33 each. Now, Hai Di Lao is a very reputable brand. Their ingredients are top-notch, service is top-notch as well. So $33, I don't feel is expensive considered it being in Singapore. But 80 ringgit in Malaysia to me is quite expensive, you know. So remember, don't convert the currency. You will realize that living in Singapore actually seems much cheaper than in Malaysia, especially if you are earning Malaysian ringgit. So yes, here's my short experience of sharing about Malaysian and Singapore food in terms of food prices. I think I made a pretty fair comparison. I know that even if I provided a really balanced view, there will still be some nationalist, some racist remarks at the end of comment section. But really, I'm just showing you what is the difference in prices between Singapore and Malaysia. And it's your own personal opinion, right? Whether you think Singapore or Malaysian is cheaper, because it depends on what currency you're earning from your job. If you're earning Singapore currency and you're spending in Singapore dollars, maybe you don't feel much of a pinch. But if you're earning Malaysian ringgit as a fresh grad and you're spending in Malaysian dollars, you realize that all these food prices actually take up a huge percentage of your monthly income. So I think sometimes as Singaporeans don't complain so much lah. I think Malaysians sometimes have it tougher than us. Maybe the best way is to earn in Singapore dollars than spend in Malaysian ringgit like many other people have done. So today I just only went through the food and dining options. What else of cost of living do you want me to compare? Maybe next time I can do like a grocery episode. Okay, then I'll take more footages and show the difference in price comparison between Singapore and Malaysia. Then you all may open your eyes and see whether living in Singapore cheaper or Malaysia cheaper. But if you want to look at my most viewed video on retiring in Malaysia, where I'm considering only but get so many comments, then you have to look at this video because it's really entertaining to watch, and at the same time the comments are more entertaining. So do go watch it.